The darning embroidery foot is not only used for repairing holes or torn areas, but it can also be used to do free motion embroidery, stipple quilting, even create monograms. It takes a little bit of practice, but soon you'll see that this is one of the most versatile sewing accessories in your sewing room. The darning foot has a small circular opening through which the needle passes while sewing. The arm rests on the needle clamp, which moves up and down as you sew. To attach the darning embroidery foot, first remove the presser foot and presser foot holder. Depending on machine model, either lower or cover the feed dogs to disengage them. Turn the hand wheel toward you to raise the needle to its highest position, then slowly lower the needle until it is about halfway down. This will make it easier to attach the foot. Be sure the arm at the top of the attachment is resting above the needle clamp. Secure the foot in place on the presser bar using a screwdriver so it doesn't work itself loose while stitching. To prepare for sewing with the darning embroidery foot, first thread the top of the machine and bobbin. With the machine set for straight stitch, lower the presser foot and hold the needle thread as you turn the hand wheel toward you, drawing up the bobbin thread toward the top side of the fabric. Lift the presser foot, then pull both threads under the foot. Lower the presser foot. Sew a few stitches to secure the threads. Continue sewing, then stop to trim the thread tails. When you put the presser foot down, you may notice that the foot won't be touching the fabric. But lowering the presser foot will put tension on the upper thread, which is necessary for correct stitch formation. The foot only comes in contact with the fabric momentarily while stitching, when the needle is in its lowest position. The foot rises again, allowing you to move the fabric freely. To do darning of holes or tears in fabric, apply a small fabric scrap to the back of the tear to add stability. Select the straight stitch and sew over the torn area while guiding the fabric back and forth in even movements. Once the area has been covered with stitches, leave the needle down, lift the presser foot, and turn the fabric 90 degrees. Lower the presser foot and repeat the process. To do free motion embroidery, sometimes called thread painting, you can use either a zigzag or a straight stitch. It is not necessary to set the stitch length, as this is determined by sewing speed along with the fabric movement. Use a removable fabric marking tool to draw the design on the fabric surface. Apply stabilizer to the back of the fabric following the manufacturer's recommendations. Draw up the bobbin thread, then hold the bobbin and needle thread firmly as you begin to sew. Stop to trim the thread tails. Sew at a fast speed while guiding the fabric at a moderate pace as you fill in the design area on the fabric's surface. For monogramming, set the machine for a zigzag stitch. Place the fabric in a hoop, which will make it easier for handling the fabric as you sew. Apply stabilizer to the back of the fabric following the manufacturer's recommendations. Use a removable fabric marking tool to draw the monogram on the fabric surface. Sew at a fast speed while guiding the fabric slowly as you sew the monogram. The stitch width will depend on the look you want and the size of your monogram. Stitch length is determined by the sewing speed along with the fabric movement. Though this technique takes a little practice, You'll soon find it's a creative way to personalize many of your projects. To do stipple quilting, set the machine for straight stitch. It is not necessary to set stitch length, as this is determined by sewing speed along with the fabric movement. Place the backing fabric, batting, and top fabric together. Pin baste to secure them for sewing. Hold the fabric with both hands, then sew in a meandering fashion, joining the fabric layers together as you sew.